My husband claimed he traveled for work every month for 3 years. Then one phone call revealed his company had stopped sending employees on business trips 2 years earlier. My husband, Derek, worked for a software company and traveled constantly. At least that's what he told me. Every month he'd disappear for 4 or 5 days, always carrying the same black suitcase and always returning with stories about client meetings and conferences. I never questioned it because the trips seemed normal. The company reimbursed expenses, his coworkers talked about travel, and he always came home with little gifts for the kids. Then one afternoon, I was helping my son with a school project about different careers. He wanted to interview Derek's company about what they did. I called the main office and spoke with a friendly receptionist. During the conversation, she casually mentioned that the company had ended all employee travel programs nearly 2 years earlier and switched entirely to remote meetings. I laughed and said she must be mistaken because my husband traveled every month. The line went silent. Then she quietly replied, "Ma'am, nobody from this office has traveled for work in a very long time." My stomach dropped. That night, I said nothing. Instead, I started paying attention. I checked old credit card statements and noticed hotel charges in the same city every single month. The destination never changed. Then I found a parking receipt from a residential neighborhood hundreds of miles away. Over the next few weeks, I quietly gathered evidence. I copied statements, tracked locations, and even hired a private investigator. What he uncovered shattered everything I thought I knew. Derek wasn't staying in hotels. He owned a small apartment in another city. Even worse, he wasn't living alone. For over 2 years, he had been living a completely separate life with another woman named Emily. She believed Derek was a divorced consultant who traveled frequently for work. She had never heard of me. She had never heard of our children. The investigator showed me photographs of them grocery shopping together, attending community events, and even celebrating what appeared to be their anniversary. Derek had somehow managed to maintain 2 relationships, 2 homes, and 2 identities for years. I could have confronted him immediately, but I wanted the truth exposed, so I contacted Emily myself. At first, she thought I was lying. Then I showed her our wedding photos, our family vacations, our children's birthdays, and copies of our marriage certificate. The look on her face changed from confusion to devastation. She had been deceived just as badly as I had. A month later, Derek arrived at his apartment expecting a romantic anniversary dinner. Instead, he found Emily and me sitting together at the table. Between us sat 2 photo albums, a stack of documents, and enough evidence to destroy every lie he'd ever told. He didn't even try to explain. He knew it was over. Emily left him that night. I filed for divorce the following week. The man who spent years living 2 separate lives lost both of them in a single evening. And the funniest part? For years he told us he traveled for work. In the end, the only place he had left to go was home alone.